Hello everyone, I am Jaini Hapugoda and I am joined by Geeta Kulasekara. We both attached to the Open University of Sri Lanka and we are delighted to be here at the International Conference on Educational Technology and Online Learning 2024 to present our study on learning design activities to promote learning quantitative techniques in an online MBA course, Learner Perceptions on the Learning Experience. So this is the outline of our presentation. I will start with the introduction of this study that contains the details on the pedagogical approach, objective of this study, conceptual framework used, and the learning design activities that we have designed. And then I will discuss about the methodology that we have used to do this study, and the results and discussion, and finally the conclusion and recommendations. So moving on to the introduction, exploiting the maximum potential of online learning became quite apparent after the COVID-19 pandemic with the use of various tools, methods, and techniques. Disruptive technologies compelled teachers to revisit the existing pedagogical practices and to adopt new learning design approaches to improve the quality of learning. So OSP 9407 Quantitative Techniques course is one such course which embarked on utilizing the potential of online learning technologies. So this course is offered for the Commonwealth Executive Masters in Business Administration program. We call it SEMBA in short form, by the Faculty of Management Studies of the Open University of Sri Lanka in partnership with the Commonwealth of Learning in Vancouver, Canada. And this is specifically offered for the public and private sector executives of our country. And so, giving details about the pedagogical approaches used back then and the new approach that we have designed. So, the old approach, in the old approach, the course delivery was done through multiple delivery methods, includes face-to-face discussion classes and print material. And we have used formative assessments as an individual assignment to quantitatively analyze the data set and prepare a report. And moving on to the new design, the course delivery was done through online discussion classes through Zoom and video recordings together with the learning resources of these were uploaded into the learning management system. And the formative assessments were done fully online that comprises of a series of online activities that were formulated in the LMS and reflective writing after each discussion class. Online forums were created to discuss questions on the topics covered in each discussion class, and a group assignment was carried out to analyze and model a real-life data set with peer-reviewed component. So with that, the objective of this study is to examine how learners perceive this novel learner-centered learning design activities in co-constructing knowledge with their peers. So this is the conceptual framework that we have used. This was based on the learning design taxonomy developed by the Open University United Kingdom, which identifies 7 broad learning design activities as described in Rientiers et al. In 2015. So these 7 learning design activities are assimilative activities, finding and handling information, communicative activities, productive activities, experimental activities, interactive activities, and assessment activities. So this is the model that we have used, the learning design activities as described in the OU UK model. So they have given examples for each type of activity. So based on this is how we integrate the learning design activities in our course OSP 9407. So with that, online discussion classes were delivered through Zoom, and the video recordings of these discussion classes together with other reading resources were uploaded into the learning management system. And reflective writing activities has to be carried out after each online discussion class, and that was made mandatory to the learners, aligning with their formative assessments. And to engage learners in the quantitative techniques assignment component, a pre-prepared questionnaire was provided to gather data for the analysis. And this year we have specifically used the theme on the questionnaire as the employee well-being. And a series of activities were formulated in the learning management system and Zoom to proceed with the QT assignment. So this is how we have designed the group assignment with several steps involved. So as the first step, we have facilitated our learners to carry out group discussions on conducting their assignment, and this was done through Zoom. And then they are required to provide a summary report of the discussion, and we have used the wiki option in the learning management system for this purpose. And then learners are required to analyze data and draft a report, and for their discussions they can use Zoom platform. And then the peer review activity on the report has to be carried out before finalizing the final report. And for this, we have specifically used the forum option in the LMS. And then they can finalize their report, and then based on that report, they can design a poster, and then they have to present the poster on the report as an online presentation through Zoom. And finally, the learners can select the best presentation as the learner's choice after evaluating the presentations. And for that, we have used the choice option in the LMS. And this is how we have collated the learning design taxonomy into our course. So, based on the examples given in the OU UK model, we have designed the activities for different types of activities. So, as a simulative activity, we have designed these discussion classes, videos, or reading resources. And as finding and handling information, we have designed administering a questionnaire to collect data, analyze data, and plot graphs. And as a communicative activities, we have used group discussions through Zoom and also discussions through LMS forums and collaborative report writing using the wiki option. And as productive activity, we have used developing a poster as a group artifact. And as an experimental activity, we have used applying statistical techniques to analyze data. And then as an assessment, we have used the components of group report, peer review, poster presentation, and the reflective writing activities on the discussion classes as well as the group assignment activities. So with that, this is the methodology that we have used to carry out this study. We have used a mixed approach of quantitative and qualitative research methods to gather learner perceptions. A questionnaire with both open and close-ended questions was administered among all 42 students who have registered for this course, and a descriptive analysis were carried out for quantitative data, and content analysis were conducted for qualitative data. And learners' reflective writings in the LMS were also considered for the content analysis. With that, these are the results. Out of 42 learners who have followed this course, 22 learners, that accounts for 52%, responded to this questionnaire. And as you can see in this graph and the table, majority of the participants were females, that accounts for 72%, and they are in their young age. And these are the perceptions on the performance expectancy. Most of the learners have responded as agree or strongly agree for the statements given under the performance expectancy. And this is about the perceptions of learners on the effort expectancy. So they have responded as agree or strongly agree for all the statements given under the effort expectancy. And then under the team activity, majority of the respondents have agreed or strongly agree for all the statements given under team activity, except this preference of collaborative teamwork assignment rather than an individual assignment. And then we have asked why they have disagree on this. And the reasons for disagreeing for online group assignments as given by the responses are busy life and not enough time for the discussions. Some team members do not actively participate in teamwork, technical difficulties and communication issues, specifically when it comes to these online platforms, and the difficulty to gather participants at particular time due to busyness and family commitments, and they need more time to do the group activity due to the challenge in online group work. but their overall perceptions was good as they have responded to agree or strongly agreed most of the time for all the responses under the overall perceptions. So then these are the reflections on co-construction of knowledge online. As they have stated, they could acquire valuable ideas from their batchmates. And even though they are initially nervous about this online learning, they have changed due to the force of this work. And even though they have perceived these quantitative techniques as a very tough subject, due to the teamwork and these online activities and assessment, they have grown and they have able to get their help to complete their assignments. And even though at first they have they have some difficulties when it comes to the group work, they have somehow managed at the end. And before the learning, they have felt doubtful about quantitative techniques, but with the online activities and the assessments, now they have become more confident about the course. And moving on, they have felt a sense of accomplishment and growth due to this learning experience. And they have benefited from the group assignment when they have some lack of knowledge in certain areas. And they could expand their knowledge on the area of quantitative techniques in a productive way. And the good thing of this experience is sharing knowledge among the group mates and the possibility of learning with peers as given by the learners. But the bad thing was the difficulty to gather all group members at a particular time due to various reasons. So with that, these are the conclusions and the recommendations from our study. Majority of the learners have engaged in the online group activities in a productive way in co-constructing knowledge. And lack of participation of group members had become a major constraint in certain groups. So with that, more time should be allocated for online group work to engage students in a fruitful discussion. And some extra activities should be designed to enhance the collaborative engagements of learners in online setting. So with that, we perceive that learning design activities should be planned to enhance the quality of learning experience that the learners receive. So this is the reference that we have used to conduct this study, and that is the end of our presentation. Thank you.